Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Player Career Mode. And we're gonna kick it off right here with a game in the FA Cup against Manchester City. And obviously, we have to adjust the difficulty because they are a Premier League side. And looking at their lineup, they look very, very dangerous against a very poor Stevenage. Our team is not that great. The only outstanding player is obviously ourselves because we're the only ones who can apparently train to improve, and I think that's one of the things with player career mode that I kind of I don't really like, because as much as we're progressing, our teammates are only progressing because of their in-game from the stuff they do in game. They improve based on that. They don't improve based on like the training that we do every week. So maybe they change that for next year, because it really puts a brick wall. Because if we improve and our team doesn't, then there's like no reason to even stay with our team the higher divisions we go. And here we actually got a pretty huge win against Manchester City here with a phenomenal two goals in the game coming from me. And this was actually our biggest win like ever. You go into this expecting that we're gonna get smacked because it's Manchester City, but things just went our way, and you'll see the differences between this game and the next game, because we actually play both Manchester clubs in this video. So yeah, we get a 2-0 win here, which was huge for us, especially in the FA Cup. One of the cups I did want to go as far as possible. Dreaming of the final is huge for us, and having the ability to score 2 goals against a team like Man City, really puts some perspective on if I'm good enough to play in the Prem, if I'm good enough to be scouted by higher rated clubs and whatnot. And I hope that we can get a transfer by the end of this season, and hopefully we can start a new adventure with a new team and see if we can try to improve ourselves, improve that team. And here we actually have another game, and I'll see you guys in a quick moment.
The cameras are fixed to one man. Rumours of his retirement abound, but still he starts today. We're live next on EA TV.
So yeah, we got a semi-final in the Papa John's Trophy. Luckily, the final was actually really soon, so we're gonna get to see that in this episode as well. And against Ipswich, I wasn't really expecting too much of a challenge. Even though we did come off of that win against Manchester City, I was expecting this to also be a pretty simple walk in the park. And here we get a good chance. The ball doesn't necessarily clear with the defender, and we get that rebound back to us. We score that very easy 1-0. And it takes us until the 70th minute to actually get another solid chance to actually score. And we make it 2-0, and this is it's a pretty easy win. But at the same time, it took us way too long to get some chances. And here in the dying minutes, I try to score another, but it comes off the keeper into my teammate, who scores a pretty crazy bicycle kick into an empty net. You love to see that. You love to score into empty nets. You dream of it. And so yeah, it was a pretty easy win against Ipswich. Not much else to say here, really. The next game, however, is going to be much more intense, and it's gonna almost define our club and see if we can actually progress, because we will be facing Manchester United, and they're always a really solid team in career mode. So we hope to surprise, especially after beating the other Manchester. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a short bit to allow you to see the intro.
Our camera lens trained on one man, in terrific form and top scorer in the competition. Stay with us on EA TV as he tries for more.
So yeah, we got the big game, the round 6 FA Cup match versus Manchester United. This is a huge match for us. It's a huge test to see if we can actually pull off a double Manchester knockout. And I will say one thing: this was probably the toughest match ever. I was nervous initially in the Manchester City one, but they gave us too many spaces. And playing against Man United, it was a bit tougher because their midfielders were much more compact, and whenever they used the wider areas, they were super effective with it. And at some point, they subbed on Pogba and Cavani to make sure they win. So, that was absolutely horrible for us, because Pogba goes on to score the goal that sends us into extra time. And because we get subbed off, we don't actually get to see what happens in the extra time until the game actually tells us that the rest of the game will be simmed. Because we're off the field. And I know I probably should have clicked on watch, but seeing how it went down in extra time, it had to go all the way to penalties, in which we lost very narrowly 4-3 to Manchester United, which after looking at it, it's not so bad to go out to a big team like them. Especially in a competition like the FA Cup. But yeah, we move on. We actually get a call up to the USA to see if we're good enough to get called up for the World Cup. These are a bunch of friendlies. It was actually a friendly before this one versus Ivory Coast. And obviously that game was so close to previous games that it was basically impossible for me to be able to be in that squad. And the manager from the US told me that I wasn't selected for it, but we did get selected for the game against Egypt. And we make sure that we perform well for this team, because we need to make sure that we are showing that we have the potential to actually be useful in this team. I set up a cross here, good header from Christian Roldan, and we make it until the 90th minute, in which we score our second goal. So we got 2 goals, 1 assist in this game, which is pretty nice for us. It shows that we're actually really useful for this team, and hopefully we get called up again, and hopefully the USA qualifies for the World Cup. And if they do, we get called up, and that'd be great. Having a World Cup tournament under our belt would be nice, regardless of whether we win or lose it. And yeah, 3-0 win against Egypt. It's pretty satisfying. Mo Salah in the mud, unfortunately, but some things have to be done. Playing with a guy like Pulisic, that was pretty nice on the pitch. And yeah, that was our first international game. Technically, it should count as a cap for us, but obviously squad rotations and whatnot can also come into play. And here we are to the final game of the episode. It is the final of the Papa John's Cup versus Peterborough, and I will see you guys in a bit.
Our camera lens trained on one man, in terrific form and top scorer in the competition. Stay with us on EA TV as he tries for more.
And yeah, we have the final in Wembley Stadium. I was actually surprised that the final was here. I assumed it would have been like on some different ground, you know, from one of the Premier League teams, but like going to Wembley Stadium for a Papa John's trophy is actually nuts. And this is our first final there, and hopefully the first of many, unless we obviously move at the end of the season to some other place. We get a free kick chance here. My free kicks are actually still pretty bad, but they're probably the best amongst the team, which is why I'm actually still taking them for the team, which is one of the nice things about career mode. In terms of the player career mode, you know, if your free kicks are higher, you just automatically get placed for them, which is pretty nice. But at the same time, you know, being a striker, our free kicks aren't actually that great. But you know, that free kicks can be improved, but they get improved like very slowly. And here we actually get a really nice chance with me cutting inside with a fake shot and seeing my teammate pretty much with an empty net. And here we get a chance off a kickoff again to score a pretty strong finesse. And we're up 2-0 inside 40 minutes, which for Stevenage is actually pretty good. Takes us until like the 50th minute to actually get another chance to score, and we make it 3-0. This is probably gonna be our biggest final win for I guess a much better trophy than the European Shield, since this one is like during the season you gotta practice for it, you gotta train for it, you gotta put in good results to get here against other teams that were within our caliber. And yeah, we make pretty much light work of Peterborough, and I was kind of expecting a little bit more from them, especially in a final. But yeah, here we are. We made it to the end. We actually got another trophy under our belt here at Stevenage, and you know, maybe we come out with some more trophies later on. We're doing really good in the league, so we're probably gonna get the title as well. So that's another trophy under our belt. And yeah, the celebrations begin for the Papa John's trophy. You hear the loud championes chant being shown, and yeah, I guess I should leave you guys with this.
Goes round your neck. Might seem small now, but you look back at that, show your grandkids. Absolutely superb memories these players will have of this game.
Yes, a special moment in the career of any footballer. And now for the trophy lift itself. The cup winners.
Yeah, it's been a long old road to get to this point. They're going to celebrate now, and certainly celebrate long into the night, I think.
There's always the element of chance in a cup competition, but my goodness, they've taken the rough with the smooth, and now they savour the moment. And this is really special, getting to celebrate in front of your own fans, Lee.
Well, it's giving something back. These fans have travelled all over the place following their team. Now they get to join in the celebrations, go into the crowd and give them the cup. That's what I say.
Well, then it might never find its way to the trophy cabinet, Lee.
Well, all that hard work along the way in this tournament all comes together at the end when you pick the trophy up. Just look at them celebrating. A brilliant moment.
Hard work indeed, Lee. The trophy now in their possession.
And yeah, we made it. We got to the final. We won the final. Another trophy under the belt. We move on, and we actually got announced as player of the tournament, which is really nice. And yeah, now we're on to the calendars, which usually indicates that the video is about to end. We're showing you the March and the April, and as you can see, in April there wasn't many things to do besides league games. And you know how I am, I don't actually show many of the league games because, you know, they're kind of irrelevant for us in the grand scheme of things. Obviously winning the league is a priority, but at the same time, you know, showing you guys so many league games would be tiring, and it would probably make the seasons go by much slower if I had to show them to you guys. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.